The FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour is in Mexico as the planet's best teams go in search of gold. And up next, it's men's semi-final number 1 as Norway take on the Czech Republic here in Cancun. Hello, very warm welcome to you, wherever you're watching from, as we get ready for the first men's semi-final from the FIVB 4-star beach volleyball event here in Cancun, Mexico. Sharompoulos Papadouglas of Greece is the referee in charge of this one, and he'll be ably assisted by Austria's Nina Hobie. Time then to meet the teams.
Con
Andrej Perusic, 26 years of age, from Prague. And his playing partner, David Schweiner, also 26. Both had their first win in Doha this year. Well, they're up against what is fast becoming one of the greatest teams to play this sport. As out comes Anders Mol, 23, from San Rogeland, and his playing partner Christian Sorum, number 2, 25 years of age. Already quite a haul in terms of prize money, $300,000 plus each so far in their very short careers together. It's the Czech Republic in blue serving, Norway in red receiving. This the first semi-final from the FIVB Cancun Hub 4-star event here in Mexico. Interesting serving style in that the ball was actually thrown into the air, then caught, then thrown again by the Czech Republic, but the referee determining that it wasn't actually thrown to serve. But the rules do state if you do throw the ball up in the air, you do have to hit it. Nice play from Schweiner. It is something that Julius Brink used to do for Germany. Would throw the ball all the way up, catch it, and then serve again. It was bordering on the point at which point is it actually thrown to be served. Just a little pokey, good work at the net, keeping Norway guessing and keeping them active, but they still get the point and get the side out. Sorum got a face full of sand in the match against Dalhouser Lucena and spent much of it trying to get it out of his face, but they did go on to get the win. It was in round 2 where they were taken to 3 sets for the first time in this tournament. That's a big hit. It has been so far so good for the Volley Vikings. Out of Pool A, they beat Sarabia and Stevens of Mexico 2-0. They beat Russia's Semenov and Leshukov 2-0. They got past Dalhouser and Lucena 2-1, 15-12 in the decider. And then they beat Gustavo Cavalles and Arthur Silva of Brazil 14-14 in the quarterfinals. Been a slightly longer road to get to this point for the Czech Republic. They're in Pool G. They lost their opener to Martin Emakora and Moritz Pristaus, 18-21, 17-21. Then beat Lombardo Otiveros and Juan Verheyen of Mexico, 22-20 in the decider. That put them into round 1, where they got past Russia's Liamin and Mishkiv, 15-9 in the decider. Then they played Triborn and Trevor Crabb, 21-18, 21-12. They beat them before coming back up against another Russian team in Leshukov and Semenov. Beat them 15-13 in a decider. So they've had plenty of court time, plenty of sets, and plenty of experience of playing in the wind. And at the side switch, they have the lead over the Volley Vikings. And they also have a little bit of history against the Volley Vikings. They played each other 3 times. They played each other in Ostrava in the gold medal match in 2019. That was a 2-1 win for the Volley Vikings in Ipanema, or Itapema I should say. They played Mol Sorum again, and that was a victory for the Vikings. Pretty straightforward, 18-16. But the last time, or the first time they actually played each other, Montpellier 1-star, quite a while ago in 2017. And that was a victory for Perusic and Schweiner, 15-13 in a decider. That was then, this is now. So far so good for the Czech Republic, keeping their lead. Mol did well not to get caught up in the net. Schweiner doing well to get that over the block and down. So much hype around Mol and Sorum. They are really, really good. There's no question of that. And they're much fancied to do well at the Olympic Games. Oh, that's a little bit of luck for the Czech Republic. They'll take it. And that will be the next real big, big test for Mol and Sorum. Going into an Olympic Games the first time, had to deal with that kind of situation. There's so much riding on it, so much expectation. And now every time they play, there is that expectation that they will win. Not only the match they're playing, but the tournament that they're in. COVID has put paid to volleyball for the best part of 12 months or more, which actually worked quite well for the Volley Vikings because of injuries. They did host a special exhibition game against Samoilovs in Smedins in Norway last year. Showed them the magical fjords and that there is beach volleyball in the magnificent country. Also then went up the Goat, as it's known, a mountain in Norway with 2 horns on it, and stood on either horn and played a bit of volleyball. Absolutely spectacular, iconic scenes that went viral. So far so good for the Czech Republic. Second side switch, leading by 2. Make that 3, easy leave. See, that's a throw up into the air, isn't it? But the referee deeming that that's the actual throw for the serve. The only time we'd see any issue is if he actually did do that and then served it quickly. The only player really mixing up their serves in that respect is Carambula of Italy. Mr. Skyball likes to throw them up and smash them into the sky, but then he will change up a little bit and try and hit a curling topspin standing serve. And he's played some real havoc with teams in this wind here in Cancun as Adrian Carambula, but his serve wasn't enough at the end of the day to see him and his playing partner Enrico Rossi make it past the quarterfinals. Nothing at the moment that Norway can do to get back into this one. Continuation block for Mol. Oh, that was clever. Oh, well read. As long as the ball is volleyed in between the shoulders when going over the net, then you're allowed to do exactly what Schweiner just did. Massive hit. Sorum doesn't get that often, or that opportunity very often. Well dug out of the net. Oh, that's a great break from Schweiner. Nice high hands to keep it in play. Norway can come again. And that's an unforced error from Sorum. scuffing at the ball. That one goes in. I'll tell you what though, only because it went right through the arms of Schweiner. Clever play. Perusic with a delicate cut cross court. Oh, that's a wild one. Good leave. That's a good serve. Bit of pressure now on the Czech Republic. Free ball back for Norway. And now it looks like they've woken up a bit. It's a good play from Norway, an error from the Czech Republic, and the deficit reduced to 2 points. Czech Republic call the timeout. That's an easy lead for Norway. An opportunity for Norway not taken. Good blocking by Schweiner. Chance for a break point denied with a wonderful block jumping into the cross court. that's a good dig. Might just stay and play. It will. And now it's Norway scrambling. Excellent rally. Norway pleased to have won it. Norway trying to get back into it, trying to force the issue, but the Czech Republic are holding their own here, not allowing it to happen. It's getting better and better here for the Czech Republic. Two points required to get one set in the bag and really put the pressure on the #1 seeds. Good dig initially. And then Mole popping up to stop it coming back over. The side out that they wanted, they've got, so now it's set point. And they're going to have a swing for it here. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from the Czech Republic. The #10 seeds getting off to a flyer, taking the first set, 21-17.
Un saludo desde Cancún para todo el voleibol de playa mexicano que están conectados a las transmisiones. Mis niñas, niños juveniles de México, vean cómo juega Noruega y cómo juega República Checa con viento. Así que deben de jugar con viento, mi gente, entrenadores mexicanos. Vamos aprendiendo en este mundial. Segundo set.
Well, it's a must-win set for Norway, and they've got off to the perfect start. Could be 3-0 here. And it is, courtesy of the unforced error.
El balón a Perusic. Levantó muy bien, pero no precisó este balón
No block, there was no touch, and so or was there a touch? No challenge, so we can't go back and see. We have to rely on that picture. It looked close though, didn't it? Well, this is pretty much the sort of scoreline we were expecting in the first set. So the Czech Republic called the timeout. Reality sinking in. Look like Hendrik Molander's brother, who's actually here playing. Everybody staying on, even those that got knocked out in the qualification. In this Cancun hub, 3 events back to back. This is the first men's semi-final. Oh, that's a massive block from Anders Mol. Interesting, the words on the back of his shirt. For him, this block is normal. Good work that from Schweiner to get past him. Couple of points on the board then for the Czech Republic. They have to kind of, well, say a couple, no, just the one. They have to forget the scoreline here if they can. Get back into the zone where they were in the first set. Keep playing their tidy volleyball. Keep getting those side outs. And they could get a win. The only problem for them now is they've allowed Norway a sniff of their second set. And that's putting the pressure on them. Struggling to find a way through at the moment. That's not going to come back. And it's 7-1. That's really well dealt with by the Czech Republic. A very good serve, probing the sideline. Schweiner dealt with it, and then gets up and hammers it back down for the side out. Big swing off the block and away. This has got all the marks of going the way of Norway, and in which case going into a third set decider. And I say that based on the way that this set is going so far. But you never know. A couple of runs of serves from the Czech Republic get their side-out game working flawlessly. And it could be a very different story. That's a good way to get back into it. Lovely blocking from Schweiner. Is always a threat at the net. Perusic trying to force that ball down the seam. That one off the block and away that time from Schweiner, who was quite close to the net, didn't then get his hands across as far as he would have liked to create the angle to send the ball down. Early call about knew straight away, did Perusic, it wasn't going in. That'll be a little frustrating for the Czech Republic. Oh, that's unlucky. Sorum after it, played it into his. Like he played it onto his own hat. Indeed, he did. It rolled right up his arms. He was there almost too quickly. Oh, is that one landed? Not quite. Oh, goodness me, what a block from Schweiner. It went down fast, but the wrong side of the line. Touch. What's a net touch against Moll? All that work for Sorum was in vain. Although he won't begrudge his playing partner touching the net. It looks like his line blocks and to serve down the middle. Or could have just meant to serve it off the net. Either way, unforced error, and we'll go to the technical timeout, and there's only one separating the two teams here. Really good work this from the Czech Republic to get back into it. Worrying moments for the coaching staff for Norway.
En la promoción y publicidad de esta gran primer serie mundial de voleibol de playa. Bello el estado de Quintana Roo. Felicidades. Tú estuviste hace 2 años en Chetumal. Qué belleza. Qué belleza el estado de Quintana Roo. Gracias al gobierno de Quintana Roo por todo el apoyo al voleibol de playa mundial. Igualmente, gracias, CONADE. Felicidades. Vengan a Cancún, mi gente. Visítenos. Disfruten sus playas, sus climas. La asociación hotelera espectacular y trabajando muy bien. Gracias.
Schweiner to serve. Czech Republic trying to find a way back into this set. They lead 1-0. That'd be a big upset if they were to get a victory. Interesting from Schweiner, he's constantly apologising and trying to keep on the good side of the Volley Vikings. He really could probably be a little bit more ruthless and just have nothing to do with them. But that is respect. They get for the #1 team in the world. But the way that you respect the team is to play your best volleyball. And that's what Norway are having to do here at the moment, actually, to stay in front of the Czech Republic. That's a really good play from Mol. Schweiner's getting close. Good pick from Sorum. That might stay in play. It will stay in play. Good work again, Sorum. Perusic was looking for the shooter over the top. Didn't happen. Sorum, calm as you like with the cutty. Norway take the point and keep their advantage in this second set. Touch again. Well played. Mol going with his left hand. Quick movement that from Mol, making Schweiner have to chase after him, and opened up the cross court back the other way. Things looking more comfortable now for Norway. That wild swing from Schweiner. Lovely blocking from Anders Mol. Decent side out from Perusic. He's not had a great deal to do. Just a continuation block. Oh, well played. Nowhere at all for Sorum to go that time. A hard-fought rally, and the Czech Republic take the point. Perusic with the serve. Tidy put away. 2 points required then for Norway to level up, and then we'll get down to the nitty-gritty of the tie-break. Oh, great block. Lovely hang time. way to start the decider as far as Norway are concerned, taking that point. Big hit from Schweiner, bouncing that one out of the court. Good second touch. Well, that's not going to come back. That rode right up Sorum. Good pick. And again, but it's going to be overpassed and then put away into the corner. Well played that by Mol. Use of the block, so we'll take the first side switch and the Czech Republic move to the good end with a 1-point advantage. Very difficult skill to take the cross court away from blocking. You're taking away 85–90% of the court behind you. You're trying to do that at the net. Whereas if you block line and defend cross court, as the Czech Republic have just done, it can seem a little easier. And they lead now by 2. Very easy lead, that one for Norway. Good cover. I'm not sure why Schweiner went after that, because he can't. That's a block. That ball's gone through from him through the antenna. You can only play it back if it goes outside the antenna and comes back outside. Unless I'm missing something. But I'm sure I'm not. Feel free to correct me if I am. Upshot is it's all square. Norway got themselves back level. Pressure on the Czech Republic. Cover again by Perusic. Mol not letting the ball come over the net, and when it does, Sorum's onto it. That's well played because the ball was set slightly behind Sorum, but he made a good adjustment, and Norway have the lead. It was an interesting set, only in terms when you're watching it, it was very spinny compared to everything else. Doesn't mean it was a double. And that's a nice cut back away from where the block-hand defender was. You could see though straight away, as soon as Mol landed, he was looking at the referee, questioning that set. well played. Czech Republic are not going away here, not overall by the situation. They're in the semi-final because they played some great volleyball, and they're continuing to do so. That one's right on the line, perfect. Ball rattling the net, but not the arms of Moll as it goes wide. And Norway edge in front. Chase is on, good pickup. Great put away. Perusic turned by the ball, he's facing exactly where it went, into the sea. Couldn't keep his shoulders back towards the net, towards his partner. Great movement from Moll. And try as Perusic might, he can't keep it in play. Timeout called by the Czech Republic. Moll will serve. But he won't get the block. This tiebreaker moving inexorably towards the conclusion. But as yet, the outcome still unknown. Slight advantage for Norway. Czech Republic hot on their heels here. Schweiner with the serve. Well left. Good touch. Great block, but it's landed out of court again. How many times has that happened to Schweiner? He's got in the right spot, but just not been able to get his hands far enough across to send the ball straight down and keep it inside the court lines. He's having a second press on the ball. He's going up then pressing, and that's probably part of the problem because that timing is not quite right. Massive difference when you look at that then and look at Moll. Moll goes, as soon as his hands are above the height of the net, they're going across the net. Whereas when Schweiner, he's going up and then pressing. Very different techniques in blocking and very different outcomes as a result. Have Norway done enough now? They'd like to think they have, particularly those of you supporting them would like to think they have. They have a decent lead and are siding out to increase it, which they do. 4 points in front, 3 required for a place in the final. Big swing from Sorum. Get the feeling it's a case of if for the Czech Republic and when for Norway. Norway very much in the driving seat, only 2 points required to get the victory. Make that 1 point required. Another massive block from Moll, a monster from him. And again, just watch his hands, he gets so far across the net. No, we're not going to get the replay. What we are going to see, though, is match point. Czech Republic have to side it out. Have to. Not going to happen. It's all over. And Norway have booked their place in the final here in Cancun at the expense of the Czech Republic. Czech Republic did brilliantly well, taking the first set. But that was as good as it got for them as Norway took the next 2 to guarantee themselves a medal here in Cancun. As to whom they'll be playing, that we will find out very shortly, because the next semi-final will see Qatar taking on Austria. Some of the highlights from the match. It was the Czech Republic who made all the running in the first set, come out brightly, gave it their all, played some really steady volleyball actually, got themselves 2 in front and never allowed Norway to get back into it. And it was almost as if the realization of what they'd done suddenly kicked in the next set. And Norway were able to take it relatively comfortably. Moll's blocking suddenly became a big, big factor. It seemed almost inevitable in the third that they would get the job done. It's not the end of the road for the Czech Republic. They move into the bronze medal match. They'll be playing the loser of Qatar versus Austria. It's another job well done for Norway. Undefeated in the tournament so far. Second semi-final is the last match of the day here in Cancun, and that will be coming up very shortly after the end of this broadcast. In the end, it was the blocking of Mol that made the difference, and then trying to avoid that block came up with the error. And there endeth the run for the Czech Republic. Norway through to the final. That concludes our coverage. One more game to come. Hope you can join us for that. But until then, it's time to say goodbye.